Today I have with me Citroen's global flagship product C5 Aircross SUV. Now this brand has tried to enter the Indian market back in 1994 with Premier Automobiles. Back then they managed to sell very few units of Peugeot cars. Peugeot. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly, I ain't no French. But what I do know is that this time Citroen is better prepared and have entered the Indian market with products more suitable to its consumers. This time Citroen has partnered with CK Birla Group and this car here has been assembled in their plant in Chennai. So let's have a closer look at it. The C5 Aircross comes in two variants, Feel and Shine. I have the top variant Shine right over here. It's got a very distinctive and interesting feature right here. The logo stretches out to the entire grille right here in the front. It's got a matte black finish here and the lower vents is also matte black finish. Now what is interesting in this car is that it runs this rectangular theme across the car on the outside and even in the inside. I'll show you later. The top variant gets all LED headlamps, fog lamps. The lower one gets the halogen lights. This one has smooth curvy split LED lamps. It looks pretty nice. I like the curvy structure of the car. From the side, the car looks curvy. It's not that boxy and it doesn't have those sharp lines. So some might say that it's not masculine enough, but I certainly like this look a lot. And I was mentioning the rectangular theme, right? It's right here on the cladding as well. It looks pretty nice to me, you know. And the chassis of the car sits right on top of 18-inch diamond cut dual rims. It's got Michelin tires. From the rear, the car does look a little smaller, but do not misunderstand that. This is a really big and spacious car. The rear tailgate is automatic. This is the first car that has opened in one touch, otherwise it takes a couple of minutes. This car has huge, massive boot space. I mean, look at it. This can hold up to 100 kgs. Right here it says. You've got buckles here to tie your luggage and everything. It's got a 12-volt USB charger at the back as well. And since the back seats are all adjustable, you can move them up and about. You can pull them forward, recline them. I mean, 580 liters of boot space is just too awesome. And you obviously close this with a touch of a button. Pretty convenient. The fuel cap is automatic. There is no separate button to open it. Just slightly press it and it's open. Now let's look at the most special feature of this car, that is the comfort, and let's begin with the rear seat. The rear seat is extremely comfortable, and as you can see there are three individual seats, you know, which are separately adjustable, back and front. You can tilt them down and you get three separate headrests right here. But now because of that you have a missing armrest right in the middle, but that's fine. There is enough leg room, there is enough head space. You can easily sit here and go for a comfortable ride. The board is pretty flat, although for the person who's sitting in the center, there's not as much room as it is for the people who are sitting on the side. There are AC vents right here in this section. There's also a USB charger. I do not mind being chauffeured around in this car because it's just so comfortable, and I have a panoramic sunroof view, so I can enjoy this beautiful ride. So pilot seat is obviously the best place to review a car from because this is where most of the action happens. So let's start with the interiors of the car. I mean, I like it. They're very, very tastefully done, and I like this checkered theme that runs across the whole car. On the interior seats, the seats are extremely comfortable, and you've got this cocooned effect right here, and they've got this soft padding, leather padding here on the front, but the lower section gets a hard plastic. I don't know why this discrimination, but it's okay if they want to spare some money here. There's soft leather on the steering wheel as well. You get all your basic controls, your volume control, your music up and down. There's cruise control buttons right here. And what's really great in this car is the ample amount of cabin space available. I mean, if I open the armrest here, I can put at least 7-8 bottles of 1 liter. It's just too great. You've got enough space here for your phones, your keys. You've got 2 separate cup holders as well. You've got some space right here. The dashboard is spacious as well on the doors. I mean, now because this could easily pass off as a premium luxury car, so the only drawback was that even if I have enough space, the door panels here, all the stuff keeps moving. So if there could be like holes, it would have been great, but hey, I'm not complaining. There's a 12-volt charger right here. There's a USB port here. So the car is basically well equipped. It doesn't have extra tech that a lot of competition cars have these days, but it has the basic. And if you see the interiors, there's this rectangular theme on the door panels as well. I mean, I really like it. It's very, very tastefully done, you know, and it's pretty chic. Although this belongs to French and they're known for fashion and luxury, so this could have been a little bit more plush. I mean, especially at the price that it is available at. The gear lever is pretty cute. It's new. It took me a couple of hours to get used to it. Also, it's on the left hand side, so I don't think the left hand drive has been completely worked on to get it in India. The boot opens from that plug right here on the left hand side, so if I enter a parking zone and they ask me to open the boot, I'll have to jump on the other side, which is not convenient, but I think this was a left-hand drive and they sort of forgot to change it to right-hand side. Alright, so now it's got a 20.32 centimeter touchscreen and 31.24 centimeter digital cluster. The touchscreen has all the basic functions of your AC, your music. It's got Android and Apple CarPlay. It's pretty basic functioning. The console is also pretty good looking. It has 2 driving modes, Eco and Sport. It's right here. The digital cluster as well shows all the basic information like your fuel, your gear, your RPMs, the temperature of the car. It's nice and pretty basic. I mean, I love it. There is not extra, but I wouldn't have minded a wireless charging because everybody has it, and we need to charge our phones. Also, we Indian loves our panoramic sunroof a lot, so this is where you control it from. It's got a beautiful view, and you obviously have the voice command recognition as well, so that works pretty well. For safety, you can obviously adjust the car seat belts. You also have 10 other safety and driver aid system, you know, for example, park assist, unique coffee break alert, blind spot monitoring system, LED vision, fog lights with static cornering function, grip control with hill descent assist, hill start assist, reverse camera with top rear vision, keyless entry and start, which is available mostly in all the cars now, but it's still special. It's also got electric parking brake. Woo, so many safety features, right? Plus it gets 6 airbags. Now the most important aspect of any car is the driving pleasure, and I kid you not, this car does feel like a magic carpet experience. The driving quality is just flawless. So let's start the drive. You start this with, there's an engine start stop button. You just press it once and the engine starts. Not really. You have to keep it pressed for quite a few seconds and then the engine starts. I'm all buckled up. Drive mode on. Let's get going. So this is a 2-liter diesel engine which produces 177 peak power at 3,750 RPM and 400 Newton meter of torque at 2,000 RPM. which is pretty great. The best feature is the torque. You get plenty of torque throughout your driving range, whether it is slow driving or if you're going above 100 or 120 kilometer, there is ample torque available. This ride is specially for your city because you get enough torque right in the beginning, say around 1000 to 1500 RPM, and you can easily maneuver in traffic. You can quickly pick it up and overtake vehicles as well. The gearbox is supported by 8-speed automatic gearbox, which is pretty cool. The gear shifts are very smooth. You do not feel any lack of power or gear shifts right till the end, which makes it extremely smooth and pleasurable drive. I mean, I know I might keep saying that because that's mostly what I feel when I drive this car. And again, one of the very cool features that this car has is that when you shift it to manual, you can change the gears from the console right here, and it doesn't move when you move the steering wheel. And the braking is also pretty decent. If I just brake suddenly, although apart from a little body roll, I won't feel much. It stops pretty quickly, and at the corners also the car is pretty stable. It takes every corner, every pothole, every bump in its stride and comes out very smoothly. I mean, I can drive this car for as long as you ask me to, you know. And on the plus side, it just keeps getting better and better on greater speeds. It's not made for high performance, but till 120, 100 kilometer on long highways, you can just easily sit back, relax and drive this car with utmost comfort and pleasure. Alright, so this car, I say that French has definitely kept the Indian roads in mind because of the bumps. So, and they've done a pretty good job at it. I simply love the suspension, which comes with progressive hydraulic cushions that takes all the bumps in stride, and the movement control is just so progressive and smooth. So the car has 2 driving modes, Eco and Sport. When I turn it to Sport, the car gets ample punch right in the beginning. So here we go. There's enough punch, sports, corners, and there's a big bump. So let's brake. Brake, bump. Not as much as you would feel in any other car. This just makes it so smooth. And I love the curves. Bump again. Smooth and easy. Not feeling it much. This car is not a hardcore off-roading car. It's got 230 mm ground clearance, which is pretty great, but looking at it, it looks like it's unladen because I don't see a lot of difference as compared to other cars, right? But all in all, it's a good vehicle. Another very cool feature in this car is the isolated windshields and the side windows. You hardly hear the traffic noise and the outside sound, which is so nice. Now this car is available in 4 colors: white, grey, blue and black, with dual tone sunroof options. So you have quite a few options to personalize your car. The price of the car starts from 32,80,000 ex showroom, and if that is not a problem for you, then take it from me, this car is an absolute delight to ride. And if that is your main focus of buying any SUV, this is one of the best driving experience I've ever had. So you buy this car for the driving experience and the comfort. Oh my God, this car is just pure comfort.